I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken languages, spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fam's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while sizzling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos. Okay.
Yo, welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. I'm your man, Uncle Freezy. What's good? What's good?
Have on the Can y'all hear me okay? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hey, so I'm your man, Uncle Freezy, City for Real, the host, and Hoodie Kev, the host, will be here shortly. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm not in the best of moods. My energy is not up. We lost a heartbreaker to the Lakers. I'm frustrated by it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna front. This was a heartbreaker right here for me. Right? This is a heartbreaker. You know, I was trying to figure out a way to get over it, you know what I'm saying, and bring positive spirits, but I don't know what to do, what to say right now. A bunch of Knicks fans that may be heartbroken as well. You know. So salute to everybody in the chat. I see y'all. Salute to the chat. Yeah, I'm frustrated, man. I'm frustrated that we had a bad shooting night from everybody. Nobody could throw a ball in the ocean tonight. I mean, it was. I want to give credit to the Lakers defense, but at the same time, let me real quick.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good,
Hey
Freezy?
man, I want to give credit to. At the same time, I just think we just couldn't make shots tonight, man.
Yeah, our offense was not clicking in that at all. To the point that we only had two players on a 9-man rotation in double figures tonight. That was Julius Randle and Derrick Rose. That was it.
And they had to take a ton of shots to get there.
Yeah, they did.
They took a ton of shots to get there, man.
They did. So Christian Milner So let me go ahead and give you your 5 minutes of fame real quick. So anything that I say during the pregame show, I truly believe in. And this is a game of basketball, right? This is a game of ebbs and flows. And tonight, we just didn't have it.
Guzman!
Guzman! What's
What's
going on?
good? It's good to see you, bro. Yo,
What's up, guys?
so this loss means nothing now. I get to see Guzman for the first time in forever, bro. I'm glad you said it. You picked my spirits up, man.
What's up, Freezy, man? How you doing?
Man.
Tough game tonight.
Yeah, it was a tough game, bro. It was a tough game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, but
You good, man. You good. I understand when VIPs come into the room, I know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I understand.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch in, man.
But what I'm saying is this, right? And I'm gonna roll this up in one big bowl real quick. It's easy to throw stones when you think your house is not glass. It's very easy to do, right? We can blame RJ for not making shots. We could blame Julius for not taking the right shot or passing the ball. We can find fault you can find fault any way that you look, right? But at the end of the day, this was a team loss from top to bottom. But the thing that we have to realize is this: the game we played tonight is emblematical of what playoff basketball will be, right? You're not gonna get the calls from the ref. The ref's gonna let you play ball. Some calls you get, some calls you don't. But you got to play your game. Bottom line up front. So I take this as a learning experience for a young team, and it will allow us to kind of hone the things that we need to focus on going into the playoffs. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. We're about to get on a plane, go back to the East Coast. These guys sleep in their beds. They get City. What's going on, brother? Salute, salute. They get to sleep in their beds. They get to kiss their wives, kiss their kids, and tomorrow they'll be at the gym again. So let's take it for what it is, and don't get down on the team. Remember, nobody expected for us to be here. Nobody. The people that did, they were what I call visionaries, right? Those are people that had the heart and the soul, and they believed in the team. At the end of the day, that's what it is.
Yo, no, I'm going to say this, man. I'm going to say this. I'm mad right now. I am mad right now. I am mad right now. Your boy, I am mad right now, yo. Straight up, man. Because you know what? We missed out on escaping LA with 2 W's. Y'all remember the old school movie Escape from LA? You know what I'm saying? We escaped with half the bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? We were supposed to escape with the whole bag. Like, you know what I mean? But we didn't do it today. But I am still mad, yo. Yes, I am still mad because we should have got this W. We should have came out with the win. We should have escaped from LA with the 2 victories. But you know what? You know what? With that being said, it's okay, Knicks family. It is okay. But yes, I am mad, yo. I am mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had a couple of bounces that didn't go our way. It's okay. It's okay. But yes, am I mad? Am I mad right now? Yes, yo. Yes, because I wanted us to get that playoff spot tonight.
City,
like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted us to get it tonight. Yes.
City, let me ask you a question. Are you mad right now? Are you mad?
I am. Listen, don't make me bring Dark City in the building because that's when the angry energy comes in. But you got the good city energy right now. Like, you got the mad city energy right now. Do not make me do it. Hoodie Kev, my God.
Hoodie
what is
Kev,
good?
What's good? What's good?
What's
good,
up,
brother? What's good?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning.
I was really in the midst of using foul language against Uncle Freezy. So I was like, I didn't get the link. What's going on? And then he was like, I'll send it to you. I was like, no, you didn't. And I looked and I was like, oh, okay. I don't know how I missed that. My
You know,
apologies, Uncle Freezy.
have you been drinking Mountain Dew tonight, Kev?
As I told Uncle Freezy, I had some grape Fanta. I like to
Okay,
switch it up.
okay.
You know, I have
Um,
different things. Like my
all right.
soda. See, you know how people have like wine cabinets and liquor cabinets?
Yep.
I have what's called a soda cabinet. I have all different brands, for that taste that you want.
I ain't mad at you, brother. I ain't mad at you. Great fancy. Boy, look at here. You done took me back then. Great. Hey, look, let me ask you this. Remember, how old are you? You what, 30?
35.
Okay, so you don't know about the chocolate soda that used to come in a bottle that you had to shake up before you open the top. They call it Yoo-hoo
The
today.
what?
What do you mean? I still drink Yoo-hoo. What are you talking about? I had
But
a
see,
Yoo-hoo like the other day.
listen. Before Yoo-hoo, there was a just like the Coke bottle, there was chocolate soda that came in a bottle that you literally had to shake it up before you open it up because all the sediment was at the bottom. It tastes just like Yoo-hoo. Tastes just like actually it tastes better than you. But but I'm showing my age now. Let's move on. Let's move on.
I don't know how much I missed. Did we get
We
a
just we
game
just we just we
recap?
Yeah, we
just
didn't
started.
get into it yet.
We just started. We just started. And,
No.
and yeah, we started. This side of the show started. Freezy was saying how upset he was about this loss, and then City came in and expressed, his sentiments as well. Guzman came in. We got a VIP up in the building tonight. You know what I'm saying? So and that's what we are right now. So where do we go from here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me give you it was a tough loss. It really was. It was a great defensive game. I think there was over 22 lead changes in this game. The Knicks forced tons of turnovers. Um, what really what worried me, because Bullock has been such a big part of our offense in the last few games, is when he drew two quick fouls in the beginning of the game. And that to me might have kind of took him off his game a little bit. He ended the game, I think, with only 5 points. RJ just didn't have it tonight. Kuzma kind of burnt him in the first half for 18 points, and then Frank kind of came in and was put him on. His defense kind of held Kuzma in check for a little while in the second half. Um, what really kept us in this game was Randall's scoring, Rose's scoring, and the Nick team defense as a whole really kept us in this game, and should have really put us over the top. We had the chance all the way down to the last second. Um, RJ taking that last shot, I think personally he should have passed that ball. He should have passed that rock. He kind of knew he just didn't have it tonight. He was just dribbling. He just dribbled, wasting time, and for a quick few seconds, he had Randall to his right, Rose to his left. He had the opportunity to pass the rock, but he chose to take that last shot. Um, and I also noticed that Randall also still has some trouble passing out of double coverage. Um, that's was evident tonight. I think they called him on a travel when the last one of his double
Mm-hmm.
coverages said was a
Yep.
turnover. Um, and really, that cat on the Lakers they call THT. Um, listen, out of all the players on the floor, he was probably had the energy. I mean, AD was hobbled at that point. Drummond looked spent at that point.
Yep.
THT, he had an open shot because Randall fell back and gave him that shot, and it fell. So that was pretty much the dagger. And Randall had his bounce back game tonight. He scored. I think he scored what 31 points, 30 points,
31.
um, 31
Yeah,
points.
31.
And Rose played a lot of minutes tonight. Um, Rose played 39 minutes tonight, scored 27 points. Randall played 44 minutes, and with the bad game Bullock played, he still clocked in 46 minutes. And I think if Burks was available, Bullock probably would not have clocked in that many minutes, seeing that the game he had tonight.
Agreed.
You
Agreed.
know what I mean? Yeah. So I think tonight the Knicks missed Burks and Quickly. We could have used them both on the court, but that's just not how it was. And tough loss, but hopefully we can come back to New York. It was a long road trip, 6 games on the road, man. That's a long time. And but 3-3 on this road trip, I'll take it. I'll take it. We come back to New York. Hopefully, we can get some rest our guys, and these are winnable games that we have against the Spurs, the Hornets, and the Celtics.
Facts.
You know what I mean? These are
Facts.
winnable games.
Kuzma,
Yeah.
I said it, bro. I said if we don't go 4-2, I want us to go 3-3. Like, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And
Yep.
although I don't like the 3-3, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I would say this, right? I would say when they start talking about when they were talking about the 15, I call it the Wolf Pack, right? And you know what it looked like tonight, right? It looked like the Wolf Pack got the injured animal, you know what I'm saying, on the
Mhm.
ropes, right?
Mhm.
And the
Yep.
Mhm.
injured, you know how sometimes you know how you watch and sometimes you see the injured animal, it's on the ropes, and then all of a sudden it just kicks out and then
Yeah.
it's on the move and it
Yep.
runs off and you're like, what? They didn't get it? Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's the way I feel right now. I feel
Yeah.
like the Wolf Pack did not bring down the injured animal. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the injured animal got away, like, you know what I'm saying, with the last breath of life. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? The last
And
breath of life. Like, you know what I
and
mean?
yeah, and also what really hurt us, though we went 3-on-3 on this road trip, Atlanta and Miami kept winning. They
Yeah.
didn't lose. You know what I mean? So right, Miami had a great win against the Celtics. So we're pretty much. I think we fell to the 6th spot right
Yeah. We're in
now.
the sixth spot right now.
Yeah. So it's. I hear what you're saying, City, because a corner dog is the worst you want to come across. You know what I mean? The corner, so you know that's my take on it. Hopefully, we can get back. We got this game against the Spurs. Um, they're not the Spurs of the past, so maybe we can come away with a win. And I'm expecting RJ to bounce back. Listen. RJ is the type of player where he doesn't dwell on these games. He's only 20 years old. He's a growing pains. He's gonna learn from this, and I don't expect him to be dwelling on this. By the time he laces them up against the Spurs, I expect RJ to have a bounce back game. And I'm hoping Bullock and hope by then Burks, we get Burks and Quickly back because I want us to be at full strength on down the stretch.
Mm.
That's my
So
take on it.
let's uh mm. I'm
What is
sorry about this. So here's my thing. So
A complete thought, Kev. A complete thought, please.
y'all know,
what did I say, Kev? That got you
no, not you.
contemplating and reflecting.
No. So this is what I want to do. So I want to kind of go back to the game,
Okay.
and kind of go over some things, break down, see how the game turned from us, and kind of go from there. Because this was an interesting game. This is probably the most interesting game that I've seen us play in a long time, and it showed me a lot. And I don't know why it did, because I was texting several people throughout the game, and there were some things that bothered me. There were some things that I liked to see. There were some glaring issues that I was like, if I can see this from my living room, why can't Tom Thibodeau see this on the sideline?
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a big proponent that the Knicks, we have a couple of things that I consider our Achilles heel. One of them, and as Uncle Freezy points out, we struggle against above average centers.
Mm-hmm.
If you have an above average center, like you'll see centers come in against the Knicks, and their numbers are like, they take a bump when they play the Knicks. It's like, And a big proponent of that is the rebounding. Every center that usually we play against is going to come off a double-double. At least a minimum of 13, 14, 15 rebounds. And it's like, this is not even your average. This is not even your average. And yet, the Knicks, since Mitchell Robinson, I think, has been out, because we got out rebounded by them
53 to 41. Yep.
I think Drummond himself had what, 18?
Yes, Drummond had 18 by himself. And it's kind of like, and if you go back and you look at every time we play against an above average center, they have like ridiculous rebound numbers. And it's something that I think teams know. I think that Frank Vogel used the matchups to his advantage because he knows the Knicks' other Achilles is the fact that we struggle against length.
Yeah.
There was and I don't know, I'm sure y'all watched the game. Did you all see RJ Barrett standing next to Kyle Kuzma? And the height that RJ Barrett gave up, and even Reggie Bullock, even Frank, there was a point, and I said this to G-Man, there's a point in the game that the shortest person on the Lakers on the court was 6'5".
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, we cannot match up with them. And it's about as I'm pretty sure that Tom Thibodeau is hamstrung by some, because even if we had Quickly and Burt, they don't present height and length either.
They don't.
And that's the thing that I think really, really hurts us moving forward, is the fact that we don't have any length on the perimeter whatsoever. We're not good. Case in point, there's no reason on God's green earth Wesley Matthews should have got that last rebound. There's no reason why Wesley Matthews should have got that rebound.
I won't dispute that. Should have boxed out.
And Tom Thibodeau said in his post game, all we had to do was get one rebound.
Mm-hmm.
All we had to do was get one rebound, and we could have left LA with a win.
Yeah, unfortunately, the centers we have are just not built. They're just not wide-bodied. You know what I mean? They have the ability to rim protect and to block shots, but Tosh Gibson is not. Though he's tough and he's got weight on him, he just doesn't have the length to go up against the taller centers in the league. And at this point, that's what we have because of the fact Mitch is out, and I hate to say it, but you know, Nolan's, you know, he's as a center, he's just not big enough. He can't fight in the trenches against the likes of Drummond and a Montrezl Harrell, or even an AD, and try to go up against them for any length of time.
What we have on our team are rim protectors.
Yeah.
We don't have people that can go in and get those rebounds. We have rim protectors. At the end of the day,
at the end of the day, when we talking about those bigs like that, there's not that many people in the league that really can do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta give credit to where credit is due, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those guys, you know, they showed out. They out rebounded us or whatever. But like, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, there is not many players in the NBA right now that you can tell me for sure right now that can bang down low with Andre Drummond.
So
you know what I'm saying? There's not many that can bang down low with AD. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
And
you're right.
I'll give those guys credit, but like I'm gonna give our guys credit too, because like, you know what I'm saying? It took an OT game, and it took one of those 3-point bombs to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we could have played better. Yeah, we could have sustained our lead. I get that. But still, like, you know what I'm saying? still, even with that being said, regardless of what we talk about this team, they stood in there and they hung in there, yo. Like,
Oh
you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
sure.
They
100%.
did. They did.
Legit.
But here's the problem, City. This is the problem right here. So if we're playing ahead in points, we don't have to worry too much about cleaning the glass, right? I can afford for you to get a couple rebounds here and there because if we're going back to the other end, we're making threes and we're scoring the ball. But when we don't score the ball, those rebounds become that much more glaring. And that deficiency that Hoodie Kev is talking about becomes that much more glaring. So at the end of the day, what we got to realize is where we have a deficiency at the rim, whether it be rebounding or whatever the case may be, we have to make up on the offensive end. We have to make shots, and those shots that where we were lacking at, Reggie Bullock had 5 points in 46 minutes of play.
Yeah, that's
Let that
ridiculous.
register for a minute, right?
No. This isn't the first time that's even happened.
It's not.
It's not the first time it's happened. I
It's
said this
not.
before.
It's not. It's
I
not.
literally said that before about Reggie Bullock. There was a
It's
game he
not.
played 47 minutes and had like 5 points.
It's not. And then when normally one person will have a bad game and the rest of the team can pick it up. But this particular game tonight, we had 2 players in double figures. Only 2 players. Derrick Rose and Julius Randle. Derrick Rose had 27 points in 38 minutes or 39 minutes, and Julius Randle had 31 points in 44 minutes. Everybody else was in single digits. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that is a recipe for disaster right off the gate. I mean, if I just looked at this box score without looking at the game, I said no. There's no way possible we could have won this game.
Yeah, our length at the center position was really showing tonight. But now that we're heading back to the East, there's especially with the next 3 teams we're facing, we're not going to face that type of issue.
Yeah.
With the next 3 teams that we're facing, and even in the playoffs, let's say if we do end up facing Atlanta in the first round, other than Capella and that power forward they have,
Collins.
yes, we're still not facing the type of length we're facing tonight. So that's out west.
The thing about it is this:
Mhm.
Clint Capella averages
Yeah, he does. He's a rebounding
15
monster.
rebounds against us. He averages 15 rebounds against us.
Mhm.
That's the thing about it. It's like you can't Clint Capella. Come on now.
But after him, Kev, let's say with the Lakers, for instance, you had Gasol, you had AD, you've got Drummond, all those big guys in the paint. After Capella and Collins, it's not like they're that deep in length at the power forward and center position. And I think we held our own. I mean, after all, we did beat them this season.
Okongwu is actually a pretty good rebounder.
Yeah.
I don't think he's great. I mean, I'm not gonna sleep on him. The thing about it is this: with tonight's game was a micro. This is I said before. There's certain teams I don't want to face. Right, like Milwaukee. That's a team I don't want to face. A team like LA is a team that, because they have Anthony Davis, and even when they switched up and put Drummond on Julius, the Lakers don't have to double team Julius. They don't have to send a double team. That takes away open shots from Reggie Bullock and RJ Barrett and all those other players. Right. So it's not the fact that they're missing shots. They just don't have the wide open shots they normally have.
Right.
If they had wide open shots that they normally had, they would have hit more shots probably, because all their shots were contested, because Anthony Davis and Andre Drummond, they don't need double teams on Julius Randle. Julius Randle can't kick the ball and swing the ball around to find open shooters.
Yeah.
That is the main reason why a team that has a player that can go one-on-one with Julius Randle is such an issue, because it takes away, because everyone else can stay at home on their man. And Reggie Bullock ain't beating nobody up the dribble.
No, he's not.
They were double teaming. They were double teaming Julius, and that's the reason why you have
They
to
sent double
team
teams
him.
late. But look back in most of the games.
It doesn't matter when they send it. It don't matter when they send it.
They do send it because if 95% of the game they weren't sending double teams, then yes, because that means
don't
most
matter.
of the time.
They still send it.
Ask this question: were they double teaming? I'm gonna leave you some breadcrumbs, right? Were they double teaming Julius in the first quarter? Nope. And now answer this question: when does Reggie Bullock get most of his points?
Out of a double team.
When his ball starts falling.
In the first quarter, right? Reggie Bullock, 99% of the games that Reggie Bullock plays was he gets the majority of his points in the first quarter. He may not score the rest of the game, but he's gonna come out like a gangbuster in that first quarter.
So that has been his MO for the last couple games. I would agree.
That has been his MO the whole season. There's been games that Reggie Bullock comes out like, man, Reggie Bullock is killing it, and then he won't hear nothing else from Reggie Bullock the rest of the game. He might have 9 points. He might have 9 points in the first quarter and finish the game with 12 points.
So with that being said, did his points in the first half help us?
How many points did Reggie Bullock drop on the Clippers?
And that was
not all in that. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago.
I didn't even want to.
I don't keep Reggie Bullock stats.
Okay, well, he dropped 24 points, and those 24 points are not all coming in the first quarter. I'm just saying.
I bet a big chunk of them came in the first quarter.
But even though, whether it came in the first quarter, whether it came in the second quarter or not, did those points help us get to where we needed to be? Is what the question is.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter when you score all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It was instrumental in the win. So him only scoring 5 points tonight hurt us. At the end of the day.
Yeah, it did. Exactly.
It hurt us.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we lost by 1.
I mean, Reggie Bullock at his best it epitomizes your 3-and-D wing. He can't create his own shot. When he can't create a shot off the dribble. He doesn't put the ball on the floor too often. He does get a lot of open shots out of the double teams. And he's basically money when he's able to get an open shot, plant his feet, and shoot from the perimeter.
Yep.
I would say this.
But yeah, when he does have an
Guzman,
off game, it does hurt us. It does hurt us when he has an off game.
It does.
Guzman, I would say this. It's not that right. I mean, he can create his own shot, but he's not just like a straight legit shot creator. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not one of those guys that's gonna go left and right through between the legs and left and right with the dribble and go in. But he can put the ball on the floor and make a couple of dribbles and create his own shot. We've seen him do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, but he's not one of those, how Clyde would say, he's not one of those loosey-goosey guys where, like, you know what I'm saying? He gonna break you down and shake you up doing whatever. But can the man take 1 or 2, 3 dribbles and pull up? Yes, he can. He can get his own shot. It's just, I would say, it's just not a pretty, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just not one of those things where he, like I said, where he dabbling in and out his bag. But he can do it. It's just not what we're
his go-to. It's not his go-to.
Yeah. That's not in his repertoire.
He's not making
really. City.
Did I really just say that? Yes, I did.
No, do you really want to get into defending Reggie Bullock against me? You don't want to get into that debate.
It's true.
You do not want to get into that debate with me, City, because that is a losing avenue.
That's all I'm saying. Check the tape if you don't think what I said is true.
Please stick with defending Elfrid Payton, because defending Reggie Bullock is out of your lane when it comes to me.
Really?
Please stick to
that's because when it comes to you, okay? So we not worried about you. We worried about everybody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about you.
I'm worried about Reggie Bullock's 5 points tonight in the loss in 46 minutes.
Okay. Yeah,
we're worried about that.
So
how about worry about when the shot clock was
did he play good defense tonight?
In our last possession, he missed a wide open 10-foot jumper.
Right, but did he play good defense tonight?
Did he miss a wide open 10-foot jumper that could have won the game?
No, he did it. He did it. That's see, that's what I'm saying, man. even Coach Tibbs said, what was the main thing that he said the other night about Julius? When
What?
Birdman asked him that question, what did he say?
Who?
Tibbs.
When Birdman asked him the question, what did Coach Tibbs say about Julius?
What does this have to do about Reggie Bullock?
Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
We're talking about Reggie Bullock, and then you say,
yeah,
what
it's
did
okay.
Tibbs
It's
say
okay.
about Julius Randle?
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. It's
So,
okay.
so,
It's all right.
so
It's all right.
This is what I would say about the game, right? This game was a team loss. There were a lot of faults to go around. There were a lot of missteps. There were a lot of people that should have got rebounds, didn't get rebounds. There were a lot of people that should have made shots, they missed. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the Knicks lost this game as a team. I look at this game as giving these guys playoff intensity type level basketball. When you don't get the calls that you think you should get, when your shot's not falling, so what do? Who do you go to? You go to the high hand. Now, the one thing I can say I was upset about during this game is we talked about this before. It's when Tibbs goes away from the hot hand. So at some point, Frank was getting his shot off, and I don't believe I'm saying this, but he was. He was making his shots, right? But we went away from that and we went someplace else, and that didn't work too well for us, right? So I would like to see us, be able to feed the hot hand. I think that'll work a little bit better for us, especially in a situation where we only got 2 players out of 9 that scored in double figures. We can't win an NBA game like that. And don't get me wrong, we played good defense against the Lakers. We did. But at the end of the day, I think we would not have been in as close a game if we were leaning more towards those guys that have that mojo going, and you feed them the ball. Why go away from that? I don't understand that. Maybe it's just me, but I don't understand it.
G-Man, I agree with you to that extent. If you look at the makeup of our team, we either lose as a team or we win as a team. As a collective. When you look at the games that we've won, there's always been more than 1 or 2 players that have come through for us. And it's always been at least sometimes 4 players that have scored in double digits in a lot of our wins.
Yep.
So we're the type of team that's built that way. We win with team defense and we win with team offense. We don't have superstars on our team that can just take control of the game and score 10 points in 5 minutes, just by themselves. So when 2 or 3 of our players don't have it, it shows. It shows on the stat sheet, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Yep.
And that's what you kind of had tonight. I mean, only Rose and Randall had the hot hand tonight. Everyone was scoring in single digits, and that and timely shots by the Lakers kind of did us in. So we are built that way for now at this moment. And if we're going to go into the playoffs and go and make any noise in the playoffs, it's going to be as a team unit. It's not. You're not going to see us. You're not going to see 1 or 2 players just win a series for us. It's going to be as a collective.
I agree 110%.
That's how we played all year, yo.
Yeah, exactly.
It is. But this is what I was going to say, City. When you have only 2 players on your team that are actually scoring the ball, that makes playing the opposing team, that makes their defensive scheme that much easier. I only got to shut down 2 people: Julius Randle and Derrick Rose. Everybody else is a non-factor. They may get a basket, they may not get a basket. They may get a rebound, they may not get a rebound. Whatever the case may be, but the only 2 people I need to focus on right now, Julius Randle and Derrick Rose. And if I can focus on those 2 guys right now, we have a choice. We have a chance to win this basketball game. And that's what the Lakers did. At the end as we got towards the end of the game, that's what and Kev had a good point, because he messaged me and we talked about the length of the Lakers, right? That's a problem. That's a real problem. And there's nothing, you can't sprinkle water on somebody and have them grow another a foot and have their wingspan expand. That's not going to happen. But what you have to do is figure out what your workaround is going to be for that length, right? Are you quicker, or whatever that the edge that you have is? That's what we got to do. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, I truly believe this, right? Not having Burks and quickly was was it hurt us in the long run because you don't have scoring. If you score the ball, if you and I see Kev right now sitting up and look, his ears are perking up right now. I see you.
No, no, I was.
I'm what I was going to say was this: if we score the ball and the Lakers are playing 10 points behind us, they're changing their game plan. They're changing their game plan because now you have to stop scores. You don't have to just get rebounds. You have to stop us from scoring the ball. We didn't have that tonight. Our scores did not show up tonight. And when we don't score the ball, we get in the game just like this, where it's a slow, grind out game. You have the advantage because you have the length. You have the ability to shut down, us being able to get second and third order chances at a basket on the offensive end and keeping us from getting defensive rebounds. We
No.
can't score the ball.
So I wanted to get to the Kaiser Sose super chat. Thank you so much, Kaiser Sose, a loyal member of the Knicks and Night family. It says, I've been saying for the longest that Bullock isn't the answer for the future going forward. He is what he is, a mediocre journeyman wing. Thank you again, Kaiser Sose, for the $4.99 super chat, which came from a devoted Knicks and Night
I would
fan.
say it's a $5 chatter platter, but you can call it what you want to call it.
To me, it's more about the message than money.
I know. That's why I said what I said. See what I'm saying?
The message is what really rang to my heart.
What's the message, Kev?
That Reggie Bullock is a journeyman wingman.
Okay, so
y'all want to give this man a contract extension.
Listen, we all know Reggie Bullock he's playing in a starting position when he should be coming off the bench. We've already acknowledged that. That's old news. We have all acknowledged that, but we have what we have. At this point,
we do.
It is what it is. And there's nobody coming through the door to save the day.
Bill Bradley ain't coming in?
Who?
Bill Bradley's not coming in? Dave DeBusschere?
No.
Sprewell?
None of that.
Houston?
None of that.
Larry Johnson?
Ain't none of them coming back.
Bernard King?
That's old news. So
Darrell Walker? Somebody.
We have to accept what we have right now. We have to accept who's on the roster, and who's on the roster is who we have to play with. So the coach's job is to figure out how to best utilize the folks that's on the roster at this point. Now, when they're hitting shots, we're not having this conversation. Everybody's a hero of the ball.
Have you ever heard Uncle Freezy's Sammy Sosa story?
No.
Uncle Freezy has a story about Sammy Sosa, right? I like it. That Sammy Sosa is playing someone like the Florida Marlins, right? And
why they gotta be from Florida?
The Marlins are in Florida, right?
Yeah, you could have picked another team. Why it got to be somebody in Florida?
Just first horrible team that jumped in my mind was the Florida Marlins.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
The Cubs were playing the Florida Marlins, and they're up by like 8 runs. Sammy Sosa comes up, bases loaded, hits a grand slam, and Cubs win 12-0. The Cubs will be playing the St. Louis Cardinals. It's tied up, bottom of the 6th. Sammy Sosa comes up, 2 outs, 2 runners on, and he grounds into inning double play.
Mm-hmm.
The moral of the story is when it's just like not important, Sammy Sosa will come up there and hit a grand slam.
Mm-hmm.
But when the stakes are at his highest, he ain't nowhere to be found. He's gonna come up short.
So you're saying Sammy Sosa's not a clutch player?
No.
Is that the moral of the story?
What I'm saying is the Knicks have several players who we all know that players like Reggie Bullock and Elfrid Payton and Nerlens Noel and Taj Gibson and Alec Burks and whoever, they have spent their careers in the shadows of other all-star players.
Okay.
The moment has never been on them.
Right.
Sometimes they're on the bench when the moment is even taking place.
Yeah. Yep.
So when you put them in the moment, it's too big for them because they're not used to it. That's not who they are as players. They're not going to excel in that moment. I believe this wholeheartedly. Like Alec Burks. And even Reggie, he's having that scoring, whatever. When you need him to be there, he's not. He is not going to be there. He is going to let you down. Both of them. And that's my only issue at the end of the day is I see it. I know, like, when you need Alec Burks, he's either gonna be hurt or he's gonna come up short.
Okay. So I would not disagree with you.
He'll look good against games against the Orlando Magic.
What? So I would not disagree with you from the standpoint that the people that we have on our roster right now could show up, or maybe they will have an epiphany and not show up for whatever game. But my question to you is, right now, as our roster is currently constructed, what lineup changes would you make based on the roster that we have right now? Not bringing anybody else in, based on what we have on the bench right now. What roster changes would you make?
None whatsoever.
Guys, you got to remember, guys, we're at game 68.
Yes.
This is not the conversation we should be having.
We have this conversation at the end of the year.
We don't have any other options. Now, remember, Burks was a big part of that winning streak that we would just had.
Facts.
Burks came through in a few of those games. Bullock scored 24 points against the Clippers. I don't know if we would have won that game without those 24 points.
We would not have.
Okay, so at this point, it's irrelevant as to whether these guys are clutch or consistent. We got to go to listen. You go.
It's irrelevant if they're clutch or consistent.
Game 68. It's game 60.
It's irrelevant if they're consistent.
It's irrelevant because
it's irrelevant. I'm sorry. It's irrelevant to discuss this at game 68. I'm not saying it's irrelevant that they're not consistent. It's irrelevant for us to be debating this topic in game 68 because this is the lineup we're going into the playoffs with. Unless you, like G-Man asked you, what lineup changes would you make at this point? You said none.
It's not the lineup changes. It's from the top down. I believe that the head coach should put his players in the best opportunity.
No.
Lord, here we go.
No, because we headed down Kevin Knox alley. Right? We headed down.
The first mention of Kevin Knox came from Uncle Freezy.
We not about to go down
Kevin Knox had not came up all night.
I'm not saying don't change the lineup. But what I am saying is change the lineup.
No, I didn't say that. And I wasn't saying that. I said it's up to the head coach to put the players that he has.
You are foxtrotting. Yes, you are.
What I said is it is Tom Thibodeau's job to put his players in the best position to be successful.
Nah. What I'm hearing is Tom Thibodeau needs to put Kevin Knox on the floor.
Did I say that?
That's what you're inferring.
I didn't infer that. I said Tom Thibodeau, if he's going to go with the players who he's going to go with, and there's nothing I say or do about it, if Tom Thibodeau is going to go with the players he's going to go with, then he needs to do a better job of coaching and putting them in better positions to be successful when the competition gets tougher.
City, what was his team's record last year with another coach?
Oh, God. This ain't last year. This ain't the year before.
Exactly.
This ain't 2006.
Exactly.
Herb Williams ain't walking through that door.
With this coach, to say that this coach did not put these players in the best position to win, while you look at this record in a tight overtime loss to the NBA world champions by 2 points or 1 point, you're saying make adjustments. This team was in the lottery last year. The team that we lost to in overtime on their floor won the NBA Finals.
So
and
again,
you're saying,
when I bring
and you're
up this
saying,
title, yes.
and
So
you're
let me ask you a
saying
question.
that Tom Thibodeau's a bad coach. You need to make adjustments.
Let me ask you a question. Is Tom Thibodeau infallible?
No,
Is
I'm
he
not
infallible?
No, I'm not answering questions.
Is Tom Thibodeau infallible?
This is
because
not
you
human.
just came in and
This
basically
is
said
not
Tom
human
Thibodeau,
resources.
regardless of what he did,
I'm not on trial.
Nothing wrong. Tom Thibodeau can go out there and put the cheerleaders in the game, and that's fine and dandy because last year we were in the lottery. But Tom Thibodeau can put the cheerleaders in, and you can have no qualms with it whatsoever.
So here's the problem.
Did the cheerleaders go on a 10-0 run? Because if they went on a 10-0 run, I say leave them in there.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem right here. Right. So you have to understand that the performance that our team put forth tonight is not average. This is not the average performance. This is not the scoring paralysis that we have. And plus, we're missing Quickly and Burks. That's important. That's number one. Number two, the fact that Frank came off the bench and was actually productive tonight in league with Derrick Rose and Obi Toppin is important as we move forward. So Tibbs he's recording these type things right now, right? It may not seem important right now, but I'm telling you, as we get further into the season, it's going to matter. It will.
Why this is this is hilarious, and I just thought about it. We're sitting here
because Kevin Knox would have won the game.
We're sitting here.
Kevin Knox had played.
We lost.
Kevin Knox had played.
We lost
won this game.
We lost to the defending champions by 2 points, and we didn't have Alec Burks or Emmanuel Quickly. And if we had them, we would have won.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if we had Emmanuel Quickly and Alec Burks and their offensive contribution, the game would have went different. That means the Lakers
was
different.
That was a trap. That was a trap. Because he's gonna say, "Well, if the Lakers had LeBron James, that was a trap, man. That was a trap."
I'm gonna fall into it.
But I know. Listen, I know how to handle the foxtrot, bro. I know how to handle the foxtrot tango. I know how to do this, bro. I'm good at this. I saw this coming from a mile away, right?
Well, let him finish. Let him finish with it. Let him finish.
No, it's all right now. The cat is out of the bag.
Yeah, this is my question, right? My question is this: where do you think this team is right now? Leaving the West Coast, going back to the East Coast, 3 games left, and we are now in the 6th seed for the playoffs. What do you think the future of this team is?
I think we'll get up to 5th. And it'll be tough because, like I said, we're flying all the way back to New York tonight. We have a game Thursday against the Spurs. And yeah, they're not the same old Spurs of years past, but they're still led by Greg Popovich, so they're not gonna roll over for anybody. And mind you, we did lose to the Spurs earlier this season, so there's that too. And then we have back-to-backs to close out the season against Charlotte and
Boston.
So I think we'll
go ahead and say it.
I don't like making predictions for this team. I do think we'll end up, because I looked at the final 3 games for us.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at the final 3 games for the Heat, and I looked at the final 3 games for the Hawks.
Okay.
The Heat's next 2 games are against Philadelphia and Milwaukee.
Okay.
I think they close out against Houston.
Okay.
I am depending on Philadelphia and Milwaukee to do their jobs. Atlanta has a cupcake schedule. They're just like Houston, Orlando, and I think they do have Washington. And they did just beat Washington by 1 point the other night.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay. With that being said, we need to win all 3 games. We need to win all 3 games. they're not going to be like the Charlotte game, Boston game. They're still kind of fighting for playoff seedings and everything else, so they're not going to be like rolling over, taking it easy. I'm not saying that we can't beat them, but it's not going to be a cupcake walk.
Right.
I wish we could play Houston. Why can't we play Houston in this stretch?
I have a feeling the game against the Celtics is going to be the most important game out of the 3 that we have.
I agree.
It is, like I said, that's the last game, and it is going to be the second of a back-to-back.
At what point, Kev? Let me. You probably know this. At what point do we lock in? Do we just need to beat the Spurs? We no longer need a win to lock in a playoff spot, right? How many?
We are
What
guaranteed to make the playoffs.
If we win one more game,
we need to win all 3. This is not a thing. We need to win all 3, bro. We need to win all 3 so we can bring the lights back out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a thing that happens. So this is what we need to do, and we can't worry about who plays who does this, who does that. We need to take care of business. I'm not worried about if they decide that they win a game and it helps us out, okay. But I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried. I'm not looking for any help from anybody else, okay?
No, City,
what
I'm asking is
But
there
you know
a chance
you
that
need help
we fall?
from other people. You know that, right?
Is there a chance we fall? We can't fall into the play-in, is what I'm saying, right?
Well, we are 3 games up.
There's a
Boston.
chance.
We're 3 games up of Boston with 3 games to go. So
we will have to lose all 3 games.
We have to lose all 3 games. Boston would have to win. Basically, even if we lose the last our 2 next, even if we lose against San Antonio and Charlotte, if we beat Boston, we'll be in the playoff game, regular playoffs, and won't be in the playoff game.
We'll lock in the 6th seed, I guess, right?
Yes, but we need to Boston basically just has to lose one more game. And if Boston loses one more game, then we are pretty much locked to
make the playoffs
and beat in top 6.
Yeah, but
so and it's great to say that you don't need anyone else's help.
So that would put us up against the Bucks, right? In the first round.
Do, because I don't want to play the Milwaukee Bucks. Do you?
Yo, listen. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Listen, what I'm saying is this. I do not want to sit there and rely on another team to win. I want our team to handle their business. This is what I'm saying. Listen, you're not a Giants fan, but I remember what happened to the Giants, okay? All right? They didn't handle business, and guess what? They needed to sit back and wait for another team to win, and that other team did not win. So, yes, I want our team to handle business. I don't want to sit there.
Saying,
I don't want to sit there. I get what you're saying.
No,
I get what you're saying. Do we need the help? And I said it earlier. Do we need the help? You know what? If they happen to win, they happen to win. But guess what? No, I'm not relying on that. I'm relying on us. I'm talking about our team. I'm not talking about any other team. I'm not talking about any other team winning, beating another team so we can do our thing. I'm talking about our team doing our thing, what we need to do. And our team needs to handle business. That's what
great.
We need to do.
We can handle all the business in the world. But even if we didn't get no help and we handle business, we're still playing the Milwaukee Bucks. So I'd rather play the Atlanta Hawks than the Milwaukee Bucks.
Scared? You scared? If you scared, get a dog.
Yes,
I got a couple for you.
I'm afraid of a 2-time MVP.
If you scared,
I don't want to play a 2-time MVP.
Right.
If you scared, get a dog. And I got a couple for you. And the first one starts with the number 30.
Play the fragile Trae Young.
I'm with Kev on it. Y'all keep repeating yourself though.
I don't care.
I would rather play Atlanta in a 4-5 matchup so that me, Hoodie Kev, G-Man for life, CP the artist,
we're ATL,
J Boogie, so we can do the Atlanta trip. Yeah, I would love to do the Knicks at 4, the Hawks at 5, so that we can plan this big Knick outing, so that we can get together and shoot the breeze. You know what I'm saying, for a few days. You know what I'm saying? Maybe do a show or something like that.
Because I can't go to Milwaukee, Wisconsin
No, I'm not. Yeah,
No, it's
I'm not
cold
going
there.
to
I'm not
Milwaukee.
going
I
there.
ain't going to Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Right,
No,
and I'm not going to Miami, Florida, either,
Yeah.
because it's too expensive. It's too doggone expensive for the little bit of stuff that you get. You know what I'm saying? Because I was talking to Hoodie Kev about the $5 waters in the room in Miami. In Miami, they were $5. Yeah, they were $5 in 2011 when we were there. Yeah, so you know they $10 now.
Yeah,
yeah, you know they $10 now, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
look, I live in Florida and I don't stay in Miami. I travel down and I drive back home. That's what I do.
Bam. So yeah, but to City's point though, I understand where he's coming from, right? When the playoffs start, we'll be just on the verge of getting Mitchell Robinson back. We'll be getting hopefully we'll be getting Burks and Quickly back.
Mm-hmm.
And I like our chances in a 4-game series against anybody. Not saying that we'll beat the Bucks, but the Bucks are not going to wash us. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Knicks, what the Knicks will do in that series, hopefully, is win 1 in Milwaukee and win 2 in New York, and then try to extend the series out. You know what I'm saying? Because the further the series goes along, the more you can get into fragile franchises like the Bucks and the Sixers. You know, they psyches are fragile. You know what I'm saying? Because the media will be all over them. Like, how come y'all hadn't knocked off this pesky Knicks team yet? Y'all have the blah, 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 and such and such. Now, with that said, if we do get the Hawks in the first round, I'm not saying that the Hawks are a walkover, but I do like our chances, and it does give us the opportunity for us to get together and hang out. So that's the one that's the outcome out of all of them I'm rooting for. You know what I'm saying? So I can buy drinks for G-Man for life in Atlanta, Georgia, while we talk about games and stuff. I don't know, and I don't know who smokes or who doesn't, but I'm bringing cigars anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I got this lady for every special event. You know, she like, hey, Uncle Freezy, guess what we got in the back? And I'm like, did you get the ones that you told me you would get? No, but we got something better. And I'm like, oh man, can I try it? She's like, no, I want to save the surprise. I want you to take these 4 cigars and you and your homeboys stand outside and tell some stories and smoke these cigars together so that y'all can see what these cigars are like. You know what I'm saying? See, this is the trip this is what I want to have happen. That's the reason why I want us to play Atlanta, so that we can all get together and shoot the breeze. So that, because there's I don't know if people in here drink or not, but there's a cognac that I found, and it's so smooth. It go there. It's smoother than City. You ever had Tampico Punch?
Mm-hmm.
It is smoother than Tampico Punch, right? But I gotta slow down. I gotta slow dudes down though. I'm like, hey, remember this is still alcohol now. It go down smooth, but don't try to slurp it all down. Don't get it twisted. You know that this is
lemon pepper chicken wings with Lou Williams late at night in a certain place.
Well, hopefully,
bro, we don't need to be picking you up off the floor at 11 o'clock.
Hopefully we can get the lemon pepper wings brought to us. Hopefully we can get it catered.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm boy, Freezy. Boy, look at you.
So hopefully we get us a space in Atlanta that we can have some of these things delivered to us, so that we can get in a safe place where it's just Knicks fans.
Mm-hmm.
We safe. We don't have to drive no cars.
Control.
We can drink. Yeah, we can legit just drink as much as that cognac or hen or whatever it is that we like, or whatever it is that you do, whatever, smoke the cigar, whatever it is that you. But the main thing is about us fellowshipping. Me telling y'all my Clyde Frazier stories about how I used to get a pack of T-shirts and write number 10 on all of them back in the day because we couldn't afford jerseys. You know what I'm saying? So I know City wouldn't know that because City rich, but for some of us, for some of us, you know what I'm saying, we had to get a pack of them Hanes T-shirts with the tag in it. See, the T-shirts we used to have a tag in the back. Used to itch you all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I used to turn it out.
Yeah. So
remember those tags used to itch you in the back? You have to actually mind to cut them off.
Yes.
The tags used to itch the skin.
Yes. I remember they used to stitch them in so tight that you couldn't even pull them off. You had to get your grandma's sewing scissors and cut them off. You know what I'm saying?
And look, my mom would be upset when you did that because she just stitched your initials on the tag so you know when it was your shirt. You know what I'm saying? She'd be mad.
Yes.
She'd be legit pissed off. That's crazy.
Right. Because yeah, man, that's what I'm telling Hoodie Kev, man. We got to put this thing together so that so that we can grab Jay Boogie, Rob the Nick out of North Carolina, maybe Stafford Don. Maybe so there's a few people in North Carolina, man. We're gonna round up the people in North Carolina. We're gonna round up the people in South Carolina, round up the people in Atlanta, Georgia, like LT, Worldwide L, CP the artist, our people from Florida, get everybody in this safe space. You know what I'm saying? Where we can, get the catering brought to us and put a few TVs up or whatever. And then watch the games if we can't get tickets. Watch the games together. And then, you know what I'm saying, have a night either out on the town or have a night in on the town.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to have our own play-in.
Right. This is our own play-in tournament. Just have some fun. That's one of the reasons why hey, Corey Lee, Corey Lee, what we're going to do is we need to find out what the playoff situation looks like first before we make plans. And I know that's going to be expensive because you don't ever want to make reservations at the last minute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, at that point in time, everyone's making arrangements at the last minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
so really, it's about being ahead of the curve because if everyone was doing it at the last minute, you got to be quick on it.
Right. Hey, do you think we could? Do you think it'd be better for us just to get a house, like an Airbnb?
You asking a person who works in the hotel industry to get an Airbnb? That is a slap to my face.
We asking you what's more beneficial. I'm gonna need you to step outside of yourself for about 2 seconds. Yeah, which would be more beneficial?
That's like asking a person who works for Pepsi, "Yo, you bought that case of Coca-Cola?"
Oh, okay. I'm just asking what would be that. Listen, I don't want to rip nobody pockets off because we just want to go and have fun. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be paying bills 2 months down the line for a trip that we made to Atlanta. No, I don't want to do that.
Right.
I want us to go be in a safe place.
So let me ask this, Kev, since you are in the hotel industry, where is there a hookup to be had someplace here?
I had a conversation with Uncle Freezy when we first hatched this idea that I could see. The only issue is I would need to know like how many people, like if I was to call a hotel and make plans and everything, there's a couple of things that I would need to know because they need to know. So to get the best deal, I'll have to like lock in like a certain number of rooms. Like I need I'm coming here with 10 rooms for a fact. This is what I'm coming here with. And they're like, okay, we're going to give you such rate or something,
Right.
But I would need to know like how many people are legit coming to put together an itinerary for that. Gotcha. I have plenty of connections. Actually, I do actually have a hotel connect down in the Atlanta area.
See?
You got to know people when you work in this industry.
You do. And we would need probably a conference room or ballroom type setting.
Yep, conference room, definitely.
I'm already on top of everything.
Okay.
I've actually already emailed the Atlanta Hawks about one of their suites.
The suite, yeah. So we're looking into the suite thing too.
Okay.
Just to get a feeler about how much it's going to be.
Right, because if we can get a suite for about 110, 115 a piece.
Oh, I'm down with that.
Yeah, because the suite will come with the buffet, your own private bathrooms, your own wet bar, and then some type of customer servant and that'll serve the masses. And then we can we can either stay in the suite or walk out on the patio deck to watch the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that'd be dope. The only thing we need to do though is lock it in.
Yeah. So depending on when we're talking, as long as it's not in the next 2 weeks, I'm good.
It will be in the next 2 weeks.
The playoffs start on the 22nd.
Yeah.
So that depends on. There's a couple of things that will play into this.
Right.
Is one obviously who has home court advantage? Like if we play Atlanta,
right.
Who has home court advantage? Is it Atlanta or is it the
New
Knicks?
York? Right.
Right.
Because if Atlanta has it, just hypothetically, then we would be in Atlanta over the weekend.
Right.
If New York has home court advantage, we would be in Atlanta through the week.
In the weekdays, yeah.
Weekdays, yeah.
Yeah, and then it depends on if the if the series goes to game 6 or 7.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to look at that as well.
So another good thing I found out is Atlanta is upping their capacity for the playoffs.
Okay.
To what?
It just gave me like a percent. So I don't know how much the arena owes. I know
it should be up to 30%, right?
I gotta find out because it was in the thing.
I think most NBA teams are going from 20 to 30% capacity.
Yeah, because it's Georgia, so Georgia.
And it is Georgia, so
they could be like 70%.
Yeah. No testing
at the last minute.
Yeah.
At the last minute.
Yeah, Georgia,
my daughter's graduation is the week of the 24th.
Ooh.
She graduates from high school, so I'm not missing that.
No, you ain't missing that.
I'm not missing that at all.
But let me ask you a question. Even if Atlanta gets to the 4th spot, we'd get home court because we won the series against them, right?
No, they would they would have it.
No,
they would have it because they finished higher in the standings.
Oh, okay. I thought the tiebreaker came into play.
No.
Okay.
I would love it if that was the case.
And also, I think even if they would be division winners.
Right.
So there's that also.
No. Oh, yeah. But no, the Miami Heat already clinched the division.
With their win today?
If Miami finishes with a better record than them.
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. X means...
They clinched a playoff spot.
Okay.
That's all X means. They clinched a playoff spot.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Because if Atlanta finishes with a better record, they couldn't have clinched the division.
Right. No, you got it. You're right.
I think Y is the symbol for the division.
Yeah. Y is. Yeah. Once you clinch the division, you get a Y.
So Kev, this is how we like to have it, right? So what we'll do is, first of all, I'm having my own room. I ain't bunking with nobody. This ain't summer camp.
You want to bunk with G-Man?
Or LT? Or especially not Rob the Knick, who's my homeboy.
You gonna be up all night.
Rob the Knick, but Rob the Knick ain't gonna talk me to death all night. I love you, Rob the Knick. Hey, Rob the Knick, I love you, bro. Hey, I love you, Rob. Rob, you know
what I just thought about? You remember that scene in Life when they were old and they were living in the Warren's mansion?
Yeah.
And Marlon was like, "What you looking at, Ray?"
Yeah.
I'm looking at you. He's like, I got time to be up with you all night, Ray.
You're right. Nah,
oh my God.
Nah. Hey, Rob, we love you, bro. You know we just mess around. Yeah, but yeah, man. So what we like to do is make sure all the accommodations, like if you know what I'm saying, if cats want to bunk up, you know what I'm saying, to split costs, that's fine with them. But not me though.
I need my own suite.
Yes.
Notice I didn't say room. I need my own suite.
Oh, you notice I co-signed too, right?
Wait a minute. How you get on me the other night when I was in the suite? And she was like, "You want a suite now?" What is that?
Because Kev, this is the problem, right? You work in the hotel industry. When I ask for a suite, that means I'm going in all knowing I'm gonna have to pay for my accommodations, and I'm willing to spend that money. That's the difference.
Right.
That's the
difference. I spend money too.
No, you don't. You work there. You don't.
Ain't free.
Okay, you're not paying what I'm paying. I guarantee you that. It's not happening.
So here's the thing. So I was talking to Uncle Freezy also about this. There was this one hotel, really nice, very nice place. The regular room.
City, you having a family reunion in the chat? City having a family reunion in the chat. I see you.
Yeah, I got my people. I got my people.
Sorry, kid. Sorry, kid.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh no, like a regular basic room was like one. What was it? What did I say? It was like 196. It was like 196 for a basic standard room. And I was like, I'm gonna swipe past this hotel. I ain't staying there.
Right.
So I went to another hotel, very nice place. The suite with the parking included, because there's no hotel in downtown Atlanta that you don't get free parking.
Right.
You can pay like $25, $35 a night.
Mm-hmm.
But it's easier to have a rate with the parking included than pay for parking separately.
Right.
So I looked for rates with the suite plus the parking included, and it was like $196.
That's the same price.
This is the same price that I could have got this other room for just a basic room with no other anything else included.
Right.
Guess which one I'm gonna stay at.
So City. Now you see our motivation for the Knicks to get the 4th seed against the Hawks. That's the reason why we have this weird conversation.
I'm okay with that, but at the same time, I still stand where I stand, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, bring on anybody.
Business.
Right.
I want us to take care of business, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, this team has showed us some things this season, so we ain't worried about nothing, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At least that's the way I feel.
Listen, I don't think a 2-point loss against a world champion should get us off our, you know what I mean, our mindset. I mean, you know what I mean? Because going into tonight, we were all hyped up about the Knicks and everything they did this season. And a 2-point loss against the world champions shouldn't deter us from all of that.
Now, hey, so Goose, I understand what you're saying in theory, bro. What I'm saying is, when I was watching the game, and I'm not saying I'm upset about the direction of the team. What I'm saying is I'm upset about the way we lost. You know what I'm saying? It's two totally different things when you think about what I'm saying. I'm not going to criticize rotations and all kinds of. What I'm saying is we had a 1-point lead in overtime, and we gave it away. And we had a 2-point lead at the end of the game, and we kind of gave it away to them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we had a 2-point lead with 3 seconds left on the clock, and Wesley Matthews tipped in over somebody to send the game to overtime. When all we had to do was deflect, all we had to do was tap that ball away from the rim, and our conversation would be different. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying that there was bad coaching and all that stuff. What I'm saying is this was a heartbreaker. We literally took victory. How do you say it? We took the loss from the jaws of victory, or
we took defeat out of the jaws of victory.
Basically, yeah. So, and then you saw some of RJ Barrett's shots. You were like, yo, one of these got to go in eventually. When you looked at Reggie Bullock, you're like, Reggie Bullock wide open. One of these got to go in. You know what I'm saying?
Freezy, do you think the 2 fouls that Reggie Bullock got early in the first quarter kind of put him off?
I didn't
kind of took him out of his game because he had 2 quick fouls in the first quarter.
So I didn't see the game. I was tracking it on my phone because I'm at work.
He had 2 quick fouls in the first quarter, and my thinking was that might have just made him a little apprehensive, not wanting to make that 3rd foul, and kind of got him off his game a little bit because he never really recovered from that.
Right.
Because he only had 5 points the whole night. Usually you can write him in.
Yeah, but he didn't. But also, too, we got to remember he didn't really take as many shots as what he would normally do when he does score points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they made it hard. They legit, you know what I'm saying? They played defense to where Reggie couldn't get to his spots. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying?
What is they? Third in defense? We're 4th?
I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Or either we
right
3rd, they're 4th,
or
something.
Oh, I didn't even take that into account. That's a good
point. Game, and they're 2nd in points per game.
I didn't even take that into account.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah.
There's no slouch on defense either.
Yeah, that's a good point, man.
Yeah.
But so they ruined my night, man, because going into this game, we were thinking about what restaurant we were going to order the lemon pepper wings from, in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And all kind of stuff. And then, and then we lose to the Lakers on some shots that could have gone down. So, but you know what? As fans, we dream in a variety of different ways. We dream in a variety of ways as fans, bro. I mean, ideally, we'd have beat them by 30. LeBron would have played, and Kevin Knox would have scored 35 on LeBron and dunked on LeBron to end the game. Ideally, in a perfect world, that's probably would have happened. But we dream in a variety of ways, bro. And I'm an older guy too, so I don't take these games for granted. Because I know having a good team is not guaranteed to anybody, right? Everybody in the NBA wants to have a good team, and we just seem to have one right now. And I want to take advantage of the opportunity.
Now that you mentioned dreaming, I'm not gonna lie to you. Monday night, thinking about the Knicks game, I went to bed and I couldn't help but think about. I was thinking about Obi putting one of the Lakers bigs on a poster. I would have loved to have seen that.
Yes.
I was like, oh man, I would love to see Obi elevate over one of the Lakers bigs, especially
in a TNT game.
Yeah.
Technically, he did catch that alley on Gasol. Technically,
he did.
Yeah, man.
I've been wanting to see that. I've been wanting to see that for a minute myself. I've been saying that from like weeks ago that Obi needs to just get your poster in. Hey, listen, you know what? If you get it in the playoffs, I'm okay with that because guess what? You got it on playoffs, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like he needs to stop playing and do that thing that I like. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because you can see Tibbs' trust is expanding on Obi. You can see that Tibbs is putting Obi.
More playing time.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So he might get that chance.
He might.
Hey guys, I got to jump off here, but I'll be on the morning drive in a couple hours. I got to get me some sleep.
All right, boss. Hey, it was good to see you. And if things shake out, man, we'll keep you updated with the Atlanta thing.
Okay, bet that.
All right, brother. Have a good night, bro.
All right.
Peace.
And speaking of which, I do not know how I'm going to watch because for some reason, because I live in North Carolina, I for some reason can't watch Hornets games. It's the weirdest thing. I know the last time we played, the Hornets played in New York, and the game was still blacked out for me. I'm gonna have to get around that. I'm gonna have to get around.
We'll find something. We'll find some type of way. But Hoodie Kev. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep calling you Hoodie. I'm sorry for calling you out of your name. My apologies.
Did I miss something? Oh, I do want to say one thing. State of New York podcast. I'm sorry about yesterday. I literally had to work all day, but hit me up and we can get that set up. I didn't forget. I just was literally like at work all day.
Okay, that was awkward.
I saw State of New York in the chat, and it popped in my mind. He wanted me to be a guest star guest on his podcast.
A star guest star. Either way, it don't matter. It's still the same.
Either or. And I was like, I would be privileged to join your show. You can be like Oprah, and I can be like Prince Harry. And we can bring down the British monarchy.
So Elfrid Payton gave us nothing tonight. Elfrid Payton gave us absolutely nothing tonight.
What, 2 points?
He gave us 14 minutes. That was it. 14 minutes and 2 points.
Yeah.
I think his confidence.
But he did play good defense.
Got it right now.
No, he did play good defense. I would say his defense was okay.
Man, it got quiet in here.
Yeah, but everybody hates the guy, so of course, obviously, it always is. Anytime you say anything about the man, but he did play okay
because he's the Wolf of Wolf Street.
Because
he's a wolf of Wolf Street, bro.
So the other night, me and Freezy was on here, and he was talking about Elfrid Payton, and I'm like, I can't. That is City's job to defend Elfrid Payton. I can't come on here and like I got my own guy I got to defend tooth and nail. I can't defend Elfrid Payton too. That's too much. You asking too much of me.
Too much.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah,
so
man.
City's chance to defend his man Elfrid Payton.
Hey, the only thing I would say is this: I don't even have to defend the guy. All I would say is go back and listen to what Tom Thibodeau said about Elfrid Payton. So, you know what I'm saying? Not tonight. And the Clipper game.
Not after a loss.
I don't know what Tom Thibodeau said tonight. I didn't watch it, so I don't know what he said tonight. But I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying.
I'm old.
Yeah.
I be forgetting what I be writing on the store card, and then I be giving it to my assistant, whose name I forgot. And he be like, "Coach, you put Elfrid in the starting lineup again." Like, oh, I forgot. That's probably why Elfrid is the starting point guard every game.
Yeah.
He should really give the game card to Johnny Bryant before the game, so he won't have to go through this.
So RJ Barrett looked bad tonight.
Horrible. But here's the thing: I don't necessarily blame that last shot on RJ Barrett. I put that more on Derrick Rose than I do on RJ Barrett, because Derrick Rose got stuck. Derrick Rose dribbled, got stuck, kicked it out. And what happened if you look at the play? I think RJ was going to pass the ball back, but Taj Gibson got caught up in the pick. So there was like a jumble, a jumble there. So
a wash. That's what we call it.
He couldn't get the ball back to D Rose. And Anthony Davis was standing right there next to Julius, so he couldn't pass the ball back to Julius either. So it's like, I can only go up, but there's nowhere to go up either because Taj literally got stuck. And so everything was like jumbled right there.
So the Lakers defended it well.
They did.
Yes, they did.
Even if he would have got the ball to Randall, Randall's about a good 5 feet behind the 3-point line. That would have been a tough shot in itself, anyways.
With Anthony Davis right in his face.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, I'm sad, but I do feel happy though. I'm torn because my good friend Guzman is back.
Yeah,
bro, it's like seeing it's like seeing one of your homies come back from the army walking down the street.
No,
like,
you know what it is?
Who is that? That's Guzman.
No, I've been watching you. I've been watching your podcast. It's just that we're about to reopen. Actually, we're reopening today.
Okay.
And so we've been real busy getting the hotel ready to reopen. And
you work in the hotel industry too, Guzman?
Yeah, I thought you
like
knew
my
that.
newfound brother, woman of the mother, the hotel industry workers.
Yeah, I work in a hotel in New York, in Manhattan.
Okay.
We got a hotel in Atlanta too.
Okay.
Which property is it?
The Lowe's hotels.
Isn't that with Marriott?
No, we're standalone. We owned by the Tisch family. The Olsen Bryants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
man.
So we reopening. So I have my time putting my being on camera is limited. So it's So now that we're reopening, it's only be even more so. So tonight's a little slow. We rolling out a grand opening around 6 o'clock this morning. That's when the guests supposed to start showing up. So I gotta change up soon and get back into my suit and shit. And no more baseball caps and vests for me. I gotta go back to my
What? You gotta be professional now?
Yeah, we gotta wear a suit every freaking night.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I work security. I work security here at the hotel.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just one of those properties that it's a lot of big money guests come here and stuff. So you got to dress up accordingly and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, man, it's good to see you. But hey, man, So sometimes when people watch the show and they jump in like on a live stream, and they'll see myself and City and Hoodie Cav having a conversation. If you don't know the backstory to the continued conversation, it's like, why are they rooting for Atlanta to be the 5 seed so hard? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or you know, or why are they, you know, what is this whole thing? Team such and such versus team such and such. It's like a lot of conversations, like, you know, that develop, you know, during the whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
So
but I know that you've been putting together this Atlanta trip for a minute because you mentioned it on the morning drive.
yeah,
I actually caught a little bit of the morning drive this morning,
yeah,
and the Knicks at Night podcast. I try to tune in every now and then when
yeah,
I
man,
can. Yeah,
yeah.
no
So
doubt. I know City's a big Alfred Payton fan, and Hoodie Kev's a big.
City is the biggest Alfred Payton fan on the planet, right? Alfred Payton only has 3 fans, right? And one of them, I think, is
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but you gotta admit, man, Tibbs likes his defense though.
He doesn't like it that much, only playing 14 minutes on your starter.
No, well,
hey y'all, hey, y'all,
Because Rose has been emerging as another option, but he knows he
Right.
can't play Rose the whole
The
game.
thing
So
about it is, and I brought this up
Y'all
to
know where this is going.
yo, I'm about to get in transit. I'll holler at you. I'm gonna get off camera for a few minutes, but I'm coming right back. 10 minutes.
I believe that Derrick Rose should not play more than 25 minutes a game.
I'm with you because I don't want to see him get injured.
You see that his body starts to shut. He gets slower. His body starts to shut down. Like, I can't. Like, I'm surprised he played 40 minutes tonight, because you can tell he didn't have anything left at the end. He didn't have any. That burst that he had at the beginning of the game was gone. He did hit that one floater at the end, but that was kind of like a gimme. But he should not play a normal 48-minute game. Should not play more than 25 more than 25 minutes a game, because you see, like, minute 26, you see the difference. Like, whoa, who is this person?
I think as Quickly returns and as Burks returns, you'll see Rose's minutes start to regress a little bit.
He's got to play the minutes that he plays, because we down some guys. I mean,
yeah, exactly. So I think as we get healthier, Rose's minutes will start to regress back to about 25 to 30 minutes, based on his productivity.
You know, I'll say this, and this may not be. Everyone has been really, really big on Julius. Like, Julius is the reason we're having this season, but I don't think that's the case. I really think it's the presence of Derrick Rose that has really turned this team around. Because Julius was having the same production earlier in the season, and we were like borderline 500. And then we got Derrick Rose, and ever since we've had, you can look at the record that we have with Derrick Rose. This is a completely different team with Derrick Rose.
Yeah, I tell you the truth, Kev. If Randall's the engine of the Knicks, Rose is the gasoline. Because without Rose being the gasoline to Randall's engine, the Knicks are going to only go so far before they putter out and stall. Randall can only do so much. Rose is at this point the most consistent second option that we have behind Randall, and he's shown that consistency since he's been with the Knicks. If we didn't get Rose in a trade, I don't know who would have stepped up with the consistent play that Rose has shown and given us. I don't know if we would be. I don't know. Honestly, don't know if we would have been in the position that we're in now without Rose being here.
We wouldn't.
Randall would not have been able to do it by himself.
I can tell you, we would not be 38 and 31 if we didn't have.
I don't think so. No.
And this is saying, like I said, as much as good as Julius Randle's been playing, like we probably just we just couldn't, because he has changed the style of play. Because remember earlier in the season we were very stagnant and couldn't even score. Like we had problems cracking 100.
Mm-hmm.
Like couldn't score at all.
Mm-hmm.
And Derrick Rose came in, and his whole presence and his whole style of play has changed the entire outlook of how this team plays the offense. Now we're scoring 110 plus points per game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was a stretch when we would score we couldn't even score 90. There was like a 3-game stretch when we were scoring like 86, 87, 86.
See, I think what a lot of Knicks fans are forgetting is that, and maybe not Knicks fans, but like the critics, the haters, the mainstream commentators that you see on the sports channels, is that what we needed to do primarily first was to change the culture, the losing culture that we've had for a long time, and change that culture, and then eventually build from that to a consistent winning team. You're not going to go from a losing franchise for over a decade to all of a sudden making a deep run into the playoffs. You have, and I think what Tibbs has done with bringing in Rose and bringing in Taj is help in changing the losing culture over into a winning mindset. And then once that has grabbed hold, then you can start adding pieces. Your second scoring, a consistent younger second scoring option, a consistent third option, maintaining your consistent defense, then to start making a run into the playoffs season after season. Teams don't usually, most teams, if you see when they go into the playoffs, they make their first appearance and they get their growing pains, and they'll go to the playoffs this next season, maybe make a little deeper into the second round. Then the next season, maybe they'll get into the championship game or even into the semifinals. It's a progressive move. It's a progressive steps you have to take. You don't go from being a consistent losing franchise to all of a sudden making a deep run into the playoffs. So I think we're on pace, is what I'm saying. I think we're on pace to maintain this winning culture that we're starting to build. It's just a matter of getting players in here that are not in the twilights of their careers, players that are starting to see a change in in our culture and want to be part of it moving forward.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a progressive thing. So a lot of I had I was watching ESPN the other day, and all of a sudden now that it's obvious that the Knicks are going to make the playoffs, it's no longer a question of if the Knicks make the playoffs, is this a failed season? All of a sudden now they're switching it to if the Knicks don't win, if the Knicks don't make it to the second round, all of a sudden, is it a failed season? You know what I'm saying? Because now they're seeing that the Knicks are for real. Before it was a matter of we're pretenders and we're not even going to make the playoffs. But now that it's obvious that we're going to make the playoffs and even not even have to worry about the play-in, it's is this a failed season if they don't get to the second round? You know what I mean? So now they're changing their commentary. You know what I mean? They're changing their commentary.
Guzman, thank you for Thank you for saying that. You know why, bro? Because at the same time, it's like, also, we gotta ask this, right? We gotta say this, right? We gotta say because we at where we at, because we at where we at. How could it be a failed season, whether we win in the playoffs or whether we don't? According
Right.
to y'all, we wasn't supposed to be
We
here.
be here.
According to y'all. And I keep saying this, and I keep saying this. You ask any of those guys in the locker room right now, they would say, listen, we felt like we would be where we at right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what everybody says, because those guys, they believed in themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, again, like, you know what I'm saying? Why y'all changing the narrative? Why y'all so now it goes to if we don't make the playoffs, like, you know, is it a failed season?
Right.
And
It
then we
goes from
step
making
up.
the
We
playoffs
step
to
out
all of
our
a
game.
sudden
Yeah,
making
we
it to
step
the
up
second
our
round.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, well, if the Knicks don't make the second round, is it a failed season? No, it's not a failed season because, again, according to y'all, we wasn't supposed to be here. Like, you know what I'm saying? But now we here. So we making noise. So regardless of what happens, right? Regardless of what happens, we making noise, right? Regardless of what happens. So it doesn't matter. It does not matter the outcome. Would I like to see us succeed and make it past? Yes.
Yeah.
You already know. Nothing more. I would love to see us, you know what I'm saying, make it past the second round. But if we don't, we don't. We just know we gotta put in some more work and come back next year. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
and and
And
and
that
do
guy
the thing.
Perkins, he used to be, he was a basketball player. He knows what he's talking about. He kind of squashed all that noise. He said, listen. He says he doesn't even care if the Knicks make it to the first round and get swept. He still considers this a successful season because of the fact that no one was expecting us to do what we did, to have the season that they had, and to be where they are. Especially right now, until yesterday, being in the fourth seed. So
Right.
that in itself is that the Knicks have dug themselves out of the trench that they've been in for so long, have finally came out into the sunlight, and are now turning things around. So let's just hope that they don't regress and they just keep moving forward. And listen, I would love for them to get to the second round, and I would love for them to take whoever they play in the second round to 7 games. But you know what? Once they make the playoffs, because I'm tired of not having a team to root for in the postseason. So now the Knicks are back,
Yeah. Yeah.
and let's just go. Listen, let's just go and just
Yeah, bro. We like look, man. Man, although we've had a tough loss, this has got to be a joyous time for Knick fans all over. Like, you know what I'm saying? All across the world, this has got to be a joyous time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this team has put in work and they are here. Like, you know what I'm saying? They are here. Although we lost a couple of hard battles, couple of hard fought games, but guess what? We are here with the best of them, man. There's only a couple of teams that are like 5 wins, 5 or 6 wins better than us. Like, you know what I'm saying? The top teams right now,
I see Kev
especially in
laughing it up.
our conference. Yeah, of course,
But you know
because
what,
that's what he
City?
does.
But
Like,
City,
you know what I mean?
Even if you
Because
look
that's what
back,
he does.
but
But it's
even
true.
if you look back,
I'm not
at
laughing
our
at that.
wins. No, but look, no,
I'm
no,
laughing.
hold
It's
on. Look,
true.
look back at our
No,
losses. We don't have that many losses where we've been blown out. We've got a lot of losses that we've lost by
No, I'm
one,
not talking
two,
about.
3, 4 points.
I'm
Yeah,
not
So
no,
even
I'm
we've
talking
not
been
about
talking
that.
about the
competitive. Even
losses.
in our losses, we've
I'm
been
not
we've
talking
been
about the.
competitive.
No, so what I'm saying is a lot of the top teams in the league only got like in our conference 4 or 5 wins on us.
That's true.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, we there. We on the cusp, bro. We there. We are there, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Just pointed out that we are 2-7 against the top 3 teams in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, don't matter. We talking about the records. We talking about
we're 2-7.
Our overall record.
Oh, our overall record?
We talking about our overall record, bro.
And the point out, I was laughing because this is the first time that I noticed what Uncle Freezy did in my name. And I'm definitely going to say something. I'm definitely going to say something to Uncle Freezy because I did not do that.
Yeah, see, I didn't. Yeah, all right.
I didn't notice. That's
what I was laughing about.
Yeah,
that's what I just realized. I was like, "What? What is that, Uncle Freezy?"
But let me ask you a question: If anyone would have told you in preseason that until right up to this point we would have a better record than both the Celtics and Miami Heat, who was in the championship last year, would y'all have believed it?
No.
Right. But yet here we are. I mean, I know they're catching up fast, but the point is, with 3 games to go, we're still 3 games ahead of Boston, and we're kind of neck to neck with Miami. I don't want to play Miami in the playoffs. I'll tell you that one thing. I wouldn't want to play Miami in the playoffs. Personally. I wouldn't mind playing the Celtics in the playoffs or Atlanta, but I don't really want to play Milwaukee or Miami in the playoffs.
Like I said, I'd probably rather play. If there's an order, probably Atlanta. Well, no, Boston, Atlanta, Miami, Milwaukee will probably be the order in which I have the most confidence to the least confidence in.
Yeah.
Just wanting to progress, go further into the playoffs. But we'll see how it all plays out.
We'll see how it ends up.
We have 3 more games to go. And
3?
Yeah,
so we got a 3 and D, bro. We got a 3 and D. Like,
I want to see us win out. I want to see us win out. All right, guys, listen, I got to get back to work. I'm going to sign off. It was good talking to y'all. Let's go Knicks.
Girl Scout cookies.
Guzman. Peace.
All right, guys, have a good night. Good night to the panel. Good night to chat. Let's go Knicks.
Sure.
All right, well.
Sit in. I'm going to have me a long conversation with Uncle Freezy about this Posh Kev thing.
Well, you doing that tonight?
I'm going to sleep after this. I'm just saying. Because I didn't even know that. I was like, Posh Kev. What in the Dickens?
Hey, he sprung one on you. It's okay.
He did. He got one over on me. I'm going to let him know about it. And it's weird because usually, you can create your own bottom line. So like, how did he do that?
Yeah. So hold on, he created that for you?
Because you know how when you click onto StreamYard, it goes like the warm-up page. Then it says, do you want to continue as, City for Real or Hoodie Cab? So I wouldn't even, at this point in time, I don't even pay attention to it. And then, so I just, click OK, whatever. So I'm pretty sure it said Hoodie Cab. So I did not know that Uncle Freezy had the ability to go in and rechange your name from StreamYard.
Well, if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah. And I know now.
That is a thing. It can happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Mm-hmm.
The only thing I heard was this cookie was good, and I will holler at you in a second.
Also, on a different note, are you familiar with baseball?
If you're talking about the Mets, no.
No, I'm not talking about the Mets. I'm talking about baseball in general.
Well, it depends.
The Oakland A's have played in the Oakland Coliseum, right? They've been playing in the Oakland Coliseum since like before I was born. The Oakland Coliseum is a dump. They used to share it. Remember how the Oakland Raiders used to play? And you'd be like, why is there a baseball field when the Oakland Raiders are playing football?
Mm-hmm.
That's because the Oakland Raiders and the Oakland A's share a stadium.
Yeah, they should.
And they were so cheap, they didn't even take the baseball field out. They just put lines over the baseball field.
I remember that.
So now, Oakland A's are like, we need a new stadium because we play in a dump. So Oakland's like, we're cheap because we're the projects, we're the ghetto. This ain't San Francisco, it's Oakland. So MLB's like, they might move. And I'm saying Charlotte needs a baseball team. North Carolina needs a baseball team.
Is that because you need something to do?
And we have every other sport except baseball in North Carolina. I was thinking about getting the Tampa Rays, but if Oakland wants to come here, hey, we're more than welcome to have the Oakland A's. The Carolina A's has a ring to it.
Yeah, kinda, but I mean, like,
yes.
Yeah.
We had the Hornets. We have the Panthers. We have the Hurricanes. All the sports is, you got Carolina and Duke and State. Wake Forest. North Carolina is a sports hub. We got Hoodie Kev in North Carolina.
Does Hoodie Kev come with the lemon and pepper wings?
I don't. I'm sorry to come with the lemon pepper wings. I'm sorry, Lou Williams, if you out there watching. I don't have the lemon pepper wings here. But Lou Williams is in the perfect place. Now, if we do play Atlanta, we go down to Atlanta. I am not getting a phone call at 4 a.m. Uncle Freezer like, man, we down here in Magic City. Rob the Nick on the floor. I was like, I don't know how y'all get him off the floor, but Hoodie Kev ain't gonna help y'all get him off the floor. I'll see y'all in the morning. All right, click.
Yo,
I'll see y'all for breakfast downstairs.
You too much, man. You too much, bro. So, yo, listen, Kev, do this real quick, man. Just holler at the people, man.
That is your job to holler at people. I'm not the one to holler. I don't have the Zoom.
No, but listen.
Holler at the chat. The chat knows I love them.
Kev.
I love the chat. That's you. If you're gonna do a roll call, do the roll call. They want City Kev, with Real to do the roll call.
We about to bounce out soon.
And that's why you need to do. I just saw something in the chat.
Yeah, did it say Kev do it?
No, Nika for life. Where are you from? Are you from North Carolina?
Trini, good luck.
I don't know. Because he said he put a Johnson C. Smith in there. But you got to be from North Carolina or familiar with North Carolina to know anything about Johnson C. Smith. So that's what kind of stopped me. I was like, wait a minute, are you from North Carolina? AK Sour Guy, listen. The Spurs are always, as long as Greg Popovich has breath in his body on the sideline, they are going to be a gritty team. They still got DeRozan. I've always been a fan of DeJounte Murray. Like, I have really liked that kid since his rookie season. It sucks that he tore his ACL his second season, but it looked like he's kind of came back strong now. They are a really, really good team. And like I said, I think they beat us about 20 the first time we played them down in the old Alamo. So I am never going to sleep on a Greg Popovich coach team. I know, like I said, they're not the Spurs of they're not the Spurs of old, but yeah, don't sleep on the Spurs, because people thought they were going to get that easy win on the Spurs early in the season, and we went down there in Texas and beat them, and we lost by 20. Do I think that we can beat them? Yes, I do. We need to beat them.
Facts.
Need to beat them. I'm really, really going to be paying close attention. I know Freezy doesn't want to. Freezy City doesn't want to, but I'm be paying close attention to what the Hawks and the Heat do. Like I said, the Heat do play Philadelphia next, so really, really need them to get that L. Okay, Nigga for life. I see what's going on. I was gonna go to Justice C. Smith myself. That's why I fell in love with that school back in 2004. And the year I was going to go to college, they lost their accreditation, which they actually just recently got back. So, everyone, Knicks family, I think City and I are about to depart you from the evening. I know we went on Sunday to talk about the Clippers game. That was a hard-fought win we had against a championship caliber team. We came up short in LA. Hopefully, the team's not out on the pier tonight. We're probably on the plane back to New York City right now. Maybe we'll leave in the morning. I don't know. Long flight. That's all I know. It's a long flight from LA to New York. Long flight. Not the longest flight I've ever had in my life. The longest flight I ever had in my life was 9 hours.
We'll be all right.
I flew from Washington, D.C. to Madrid, Spain. I had to pee so bad. City, hit up Uncle Freeze. Let's close it out.
Did you have too much Mountain Dew?
Of course I did. I don't like using, like, here's my thing. I don't like using bathrooms that, like, are confined in space. So I had to hold it for like 9 hours. Hard. As soon as I got in that terminal, I was like, I got to pee. That's my first thing I ever said on foreign soil. I got to pee. But Spain's a very beautiful place. Very beautiful place. I had a European tour. Went to many countries back then.
Yeah, I never been there myself, but that's dope.
Yeah, so we went from Spain, Germany, France, Italy, England, Ireland. I feel like I'm missing some places. Or was that it? I don't remember. This is like 13 years ago. I'm old. Almost as old as City for real.
You old and cold?
I am actually cold. I need to turn my North Carolina's temperatures, it was like 70 degrees today. And tomorrow's going to be like 55. But I didn't go anywhere. I went to the mailbox because we're in the middle of like a gas shortage. And I'm like, ooh, I ain't trying to go out there. We ain't got no gas. How is gas in Idaho? I know gas in Idaho is like $1.